Hello, this is Dory. Today I'm going to show you how to make a hemp choker necklace with beads step by step. The first thing that I have done is I've measured out my hemp, and how I've done this is for the working cords. On each side, I have made sure that they are 6 times the length that I want the necklace to be, with a few inches added on to give me a little leeway. This may seem excessive, but with the working cords, you have to keep in mind that you're tying a lot of knots and you're gonna end up with a lot less cord because you're knotting it up. Now, in the case of this necklace, I'll probably have some left over because I'm adding a lot of beads to this necklace and there isn't as many knots, but it's better to have some left over than to find yourself with not enough cord in the middle of the project and having to incorporate more into it. For the middle carrier cords, you want to measure each side out to be a few inches longer than what you want the necklace to be, because for the carrier cords, those aren't getting knotted up. They're just holding the knots in place. I have also butterflied my ends with rubber bands just to make them more manageable so I don't have so much hemp. So I'm gonna start by doing an overhand loop knot, because this necklace is going to have a loop clasp closure. I have my carrier cords in the middle and the working cords on the outside. So for my overhand knot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 fingers and I'm bringing it around my 2 fingers, crossing it over this piece, and I'm going to bring it through in between It's up to you how big you want your loop to be, especially if you're just going to have plain ends going through it and tying around it. About a 1/2 inch to 1 inch is a good length. And you can pull each cord separately to make sure that they're all good and tight, because sometimes one will try to be looser than the other. Okay, so we're ready to get started. Again, I'm going to make sure that my carrier cords are in the middle, and I want my working cords on the outside on each side. Okay, so this necklace is going to be made of square knots and beads. So for the square knot, I'm going to take my working cord on the left side and I'm bringing it underneath my carrier cords, placing it over my working cord on the right side. Now I'm going to take my right working cord, I'm putting it through this hole that I've made on the left side. And see how I've made sure that the carrier cords are encompassed by my working cords. With the regular square knot, you want to make sure that you're alternating your sides, because if you keep doing the same side over and over again, you're going to end up with a half square knot that's like a spiral like fashion. So now I'm going to take my right working cord and I'm bringing it underneath my two carrier cords and over the left cord. The left cord is going over and through this hole that I've made on the right side. There's a nifty way to remember which side you did last if you drift off and you forget and don't know for sure with the square knot. You pay attention to the hips of the knot. See this side here, this piece? That is the hip of the knot, and you can see how it's coming out the top on the left side. That means that you did the right side last and you need to continue by doing your left side. So now we're ready to insert our first bead onto this necklace. So how I'm gonna place the bead on here is I'm gonna take my carrier cords and I'm going to slide my bead onto the carrier cords in the middle. They can be a little stubborn, especially if you're using polished hemp. Okay, so we're on the part where we place the bead onto the necklace. I have threaded my bead onto my carrier cords in the middle here, and I'm bringing it up. Now I'm going to take my working cords and bring them around the sides and make a square knot on the bottom. I did a square knot on top. Now I'm going to do one on the bottom. And this necklace will have one square knot in between each bead. If you would rather use less beads and more square knots, you can certainly do that. But with the necklace I'm making here, it's going to have one square knot in between each bead. Okay, and as you can see, I just threaded it on to the middle carrier cords and brought the working cords around the sides and proceeded with my square knot. Next, when I get all of my square knots done and the beads on there, I will show you how to finish off the necklace. Okay, so we're on the last part of making our hemp necklace with beads. I'm going to finish it off by tying an overhand knot on the end. I'm taking the strings around the front of my two fingers and around the back, and I'm crossing it over like that. Then I'm going to pull the string through the middle, and I'm going to try to have it as close to my last square knot as possible. And how I can do that is by kind of holding it upward like so. And I'm gonna kind of slowly pull it shut so that I can make sure that it's where I need it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull each string and I have my overhand knot. And I'm all done with my hemp and bead necklace. If you would like more tips on how to tie hemp macrame knots and step-by-step tutorials on how to make hemp jewelry, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.